Dave with the No Name Show, and today we're going to be discussing about letting your ex miss you. And this is a topic, I'm pretty sure if you are not new to this channel, you've probably heard me sort of lightly address using the no contact rule, but we're going to sort of do a little dive into why you need to let your ex miss you and what it does to help your chances of getting them back, because right now you're feeling a lot of anxiety, you're feeling a lot of depression, and you're feeling a lot of pain, and it's completely understandable. And the last thing you want to do is pull away, but trust me, in order to get them back, you need to let them miss you. And the reason why it works like this is because you see, when someone breaks up with you and they know you don't want it, especially when you do all the begging and pleading and telling them you can work this out and all that, they know that you still want them back. So to a certain extent, they believe that if they wanted to get you back at the snap of their fingers, they could. Now, by going no contact, by giving them the space they've asked, and by letting them miss you, what you do is you basically give them the breakup they thought they wanted, but they probably really did not. Now, that didn't probably make a lot of sense, so I'll take it again. The thing is, you are experiencing the breakup immediately. It happens because this person has told you, I no longer want to be with you, and you're experiencing the loss, you're experiencing that anxiety, that separation anxiety, and it's very much real to you. But to them, it really doesn't feel like a breakup because it's their decision. They made the choice. So they feel like if they needed to rectify it, they could just snap their fingers and get you back. And to a certain extent, even when they tell you not to contact them, they still expect you on some level to reach out, to try and talk to them, to try and just get a bit in their faces. But if you've been listening to my channel or other channels like Love Chat and Craig Kenneth and the Dating Guy, you will know that we know better. Now, what happens when you let your ex miss you? First of all, when you disappear from their lives and you take a step back, you give them the breakup. First of all, they eventually, maybe not at the first, at first they're feeling relief, they've done this big thing and they want to go and explore the world and see what it's like. Now, if you had a good relationship and you were blindsided, or this came out of nowhere, trust me, they're going to feel it. You just need to give them the chance to. You see, when you stop contacting them, when you go no contact, and when you go maybe radio silent and they're not hearing from you, you're not trying to reach them, and you're not even trying to be in their business, what happens is they start to feel that separation anxiety and that loss. And the thing about feeling separation anxiety and loss is it motivates you to do things that you would never assume you could, or you would never think you'd do in a million years. So that anxiety and pain that you felt at the initial stage when they broke up with you, they start to experience it a little bit, and then months go by or weeks go by, you don't hear from you, especially if you were used to talking and you had built up that emotional bank basically in them, where there was no day you guys didn't text, you guys didn't call or something like that. You can't just detox like that. You don't go cold turkey immediately. You experience some withdrawal symptoms. So they will basically start to experience the withdrawal symptoms and start to reevaluate their decision. And because they know they're the ones who made the decision, they know that, okay, maybe I have to be the one to rectify this because I miss this person, but then I chose to put us in this position. And the more they don't hear from you, and the more that they see that you're staying away, you're focusing on yourself and trying to be better, the more they realize that, okay, even if I wanted to try and get this person back, can I possibly get them back? Because all of a sudden it seems like you're this mystery, and they don't know what's going on with you because they haven't heard from you in a while. You're not posting on social media, you're not trying to show that, I'm living my best life. None of that stuff. It's all just silence, absolute silence. And then they now start to revisit those memories that they thought were negative, but then they start to look at them in a positive light because you've given them time to miss you, give them time to get rid of all that negativity. And the way they now start to see you is in rose-colored glasses, especially if they're having to deal with other people and they're not finding those traits in those other people that they usually used to like in you, or that made you special to them. And then they start to reevaluate their decision and like, maybe I made the wrong choice, maybe I need to try and reach out. Usually what they'll do is, only in extreme cases will your ex reach out to you and be like, oh, I've missed you, I want us to get back together, I've missed you, I just wanted to hear your voice. No, usually they will try and sort of test the waters, dip their toe in the pool. Now this is where your training comes in. This is where you have to be composed. This is where you have to come off as nonchalant. Now I'm not saying that you should be rude, but only give them the information they request. Don't try and be emotional. Don't try and express, oh, I've missed you, I wanted to hear. If they ask you something, respond casually, like nothing is going on, like it's just another day. Trust me, if they are reaching out, or if they do reach out, trust me, and they will eventually, regardless of where if there's one thing I can guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee you for all cases, but most of the time your ex will most likely reach out if you leave them alone, if you give them the chance to miss you. Because what happens is the fading affect bias kicks in, where as time passes we tend to remember positive memories more than negative memories. So we tend to see events maybe that to a certain extent were not exactly rosy, but we tend to see them in rose-colored glasses because our minds are focusing towards the positive. So if you're in that state now where you feel like, oh, your ex is too stubborn, trust me, we've heard though. I thought my ex was too stubborn, and she did reach out, but I didn't want her back because I felt like it was better for me to move forward from this person than to go back to where we were. So I'm just saying this to sort of give you comfort in the fact that you will get your ex back, and you might not want them back because you've done the work. But for now, what you need to do is focus on yourself, focus on no contact. Do the work that requires you to be better, and everything will flow naturally. Either you get your ex back or you get over them. Well, more often than not, we see exes come back, and most of the time you don't really want them again the same way you thought you did. Other times you still do, but again, you have more of a say in the situation and you are in control of your emotions, and that is where we want to get you to be. So in a nutshell, give your ex space, because when you do that, it will help them miss you and remember you fondly. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and notification for when we drop our next one. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.